I'm Will. We're here today at the first real track day at Waterford Hills Open Raceway. It's freezing today still, but yeah, I'm basically gonna introduce myself, introduce the car that I think you guys have seen on the channel before, and then talk about what we're doing. So what we're doing today is we're gonna try to do 3 different things. One of them is just to have fun. The second, and probably more importantly, is to see if Hyundai's claims are true, if you can really take this car directly from the showroom floor to the racetrack at like non-schmuck pace. For background, I'm HPD4 driver instructor, definitely not a pro, but also not, you know, a scrub. If you can do it from the dealership floor all day long without issues, going hard. That's number 2, and then number 3 is I got to learn front wheel drive. Never raced front wheel drive, so got to figure out how to do that. So that's what we're trying to do today, and yeah, should be fun. It is as stock as a car can be. Just did my first oil change at a whopping 613 miles, 13 miles after the break-in. So yeah, it's ready. We're gonna see what it does.
Well,
so I guess, yeah, it's great. It's awesome. Couple, like, not perfect, I guess, and no car is. It probably is pretty embarrassing for me. Probably caught it on video. Like, I got, when it was cold, like my outlap, I got like bad second gear lockout.
oh really?
Like, yeah, I was trying to do second gear there, which is what I usually do. And yeah, it was really bad. I literally couldn't get it in gear at all. I had to go back to third. I mean, other thing, I got a pass in a 911, Porsche 911. Normal stuff. The McLaren,
always a good time.
I literally would have, if I didn't get caught in the train, I would have had the McLaren and I would have had the Exocet, which is insane. It's a fucking Hyundai sedan, right? So that's pretty cool. I was like 121 exact. So yeah, just shoot for like sub 120s is considered fast at, you know, at Waterford, or quick at least. So yeah, and otherwise too, fucking P4Ss, like they just, you can lock them up at every braking zone, period. Like immediately you can lock them up. So yeah, need some real tires. It's kind of unfortunate, but like the brakes held up at the same time. They have enough, like, you know, torque to lock these up at any speed. So that's pretty sweet. And then also, the diff is insane. Like, yeah. It feels, so first, it feels really weird. And by the way, I was getting more sideways in this car. Like this car had less understeer via the throttle than the BRZ. Like, for sure, 100%. It's crazy. And you can power on so early in this car. It doesn't make sense. You can power on so far. But yeah, just letting pressures out. I set them to like 31 cold all the way around, and it was actually pretty close. The rear was like right on the money. I got to go down like 3 PSI in the fronts, but otherwise, yeah. It's also awesome having like real-time tire pressure. Never had that before. And it like updates pretty fast too. So on the screen, because it's digital dash, you get like actual tire pressure data like mid-session. It's like amazing. It's literally gold. I mean, because you don't know, because like, let's see, like the last one I saw was 39 to 40, and it's actually pretty close to there right now. So that's not a big deal. Like 38 is what it shows on here. So yeah, definitely very nice to have that on track. That's awesome. So we just finished up the second session of the day. It's after lunch. There's a pretty good time delta between the first and the second session, down to 120.15, so 0.15 seconds away from 19s. It's pretty quick. Normally the association that we're running with recommends like full harness Hans 5-point below 120, which that's outdated, but it's still considered pretty damn quick if you're sub 120 here. So yeah, it's doing that good. I'm not feeling any significant brake fade or anything like that. It's pretty obvious the car could use substantially more negative camber, but what OEM car doesn't? And then it's also starting to warm up a little bit. I may be feeling like a little bit of like power loss, maybe a little bit of heat soak, nothing crazy. But unfortunately, there's a lot of traffic here too today, so I can't really get any hot laps. Like I got my actual hot lap ruined like 3 times, I think, which just it is what it is. But it's a season opener. A lot of people are like prepping their race cars and stuff, and they're slow boating around at like half speed. So, but the car is doing great. So we'll see if we can get to the magic sub 120 number with everything literally bone stock. Be pretty impressive. So we'll see. Yeah. So front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive. So driving it, I guess, hard is different, but it's also not. Like the fundamentals are the same, in which at a certain level of pace, you're driving with the throttle still. That's still literally the same way. Like, you know, if you set your initial turn angle, and then from there you're fine tuning your exit point just with the throttle. It's that part's almost always like, I mean, that's the same as rear wheel drive. It's just the sensation's different, right? You lift off the throttle, the car immediately darts towards the inside of the corner, and vice versa, right? So you just go towards the outside. So that part's maybe even a little more direct than rear wheel drive, which is interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's just as tail happy as, I mean, really, truly just as tail happy as, you know, the BRZ was, probably more so, honestly. Just, yeah, you can steer with the throttle so much easier. I mean, really, truly, it's pretty crazy. But it's worth saying, though, that also a lot of that's probably a good amount of suspension tuning, because the BRZ was very, very soft stock, right? So that's probably a lot of it, too. Whereas, yeah, the body roll, the whole body control is definitely much better in this car. So, yeah, it's same, but different.
We have different faces, but inside, we are same. Same, but different. But still same.
The third and fourth sessions were pretty garbage. Lots of traffic made it difficult to really set any hot laps, and one session was eventually cut short. The driver's completely fine, by the way. I think he actually drove it home, which is pretty cool. But let's go back to Will to hear his final thoughts.
The car survived. I survived with a lot of thoughts. So I guess first of all, we'll do results. So I used an AIM Solo 2, which is a 10 hertz GPS lap timer. Fastest lap of the day, with a lot of caveats, is 120.15. So we were 0.15 seconds from breaking the 120. It's pretty unfortunate because we lost the third session, and then it was just filled with traffic the fourth session. This does predicted lap timing, and at one point it was mid-19s before I hit traffic. So it's a 19-second capable car, basically, at Waterford Hills, which is pretty competitive. But yeah, so I mean, that part's pretty happy. That's pretty quick for any street car. Again, they usually want you to have a full Hans and cage and stuff below 120, so it's good. Otherwise, yeah, the car did really good. Couple issues that we had that we'll probably deep dive into. I had a couple instances of second gear lockout. So you can probably input some video of this, but like basically hard braking downshifting into second, so from third to second. Almost always consistently, it would lock me out of second gear. So it wouldn't grind or anything like that, the gear just wasn't there. I don't know if that's a electronics issue, whether it was temp related, or yeah, we need the shifter assembly adjusted, which is apparently a thing that a lot of the Veloster N guys had to do. We'll look into that. Well, I guess other than that, heat-wise was fine. Car didn't overheat, no issues at all. I ran at full 10/10 pace the whole time I was out there. Had no problem. Brakes didn't fade at all, period. The only issue is the brake pad wear might be pretty high. I felt the master cylinder has been going down a pretty good amount, so I'll have to pull the pads this week and see how they are. But otherwise, yeah, we answered our question. Like, yes, you can take one from the factory, track it hard, yeah, without any issues. And I guess what? I mean, throughout the day, 2 people at the last bit, but 5 total came up, and they're like, what the hell is this thing? Like, why, how is that so fast? And I was like, yeah, it's just stock, like, like from the showroom floor. Like we didn't do anything to it at all. And they're mind blown, like literally mind blown.
It's like 275 rated.
What the fuck? This man's running Hyundai 119s fucking.
Isn't it? Yeah, dude, what a world. Like,
isn't that something?
Hyundai? Yeah, that's kind of our goal with this whole project. Like, Hyundai N brand's real, man. And yeah, no one knows about it, which, I mean, is reasonable, right? It's Hyundai. But yeah, that part of it's pretty incredible. I found a lot of my additional speed throughout the day just going watts sooner, which is not what I expected at all. I expected really the opposite, to have to be, yeah, way more conservative with the throttle. Wasn't the case at all. So, good. And honestly, it means a noob is probably gonna be pretty quick in this car.
So there you have it. I really put a lot of effort into this video, and I hope that it shows. The Hyundai N division is doing some amazing things, and I cannot wait to see what my brother does with not only his Elantra N, but also what Hyundai does in the future as well. So give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for a lot more similar content. Definitely enjoyed filming this one, so you'll be seeing more of it.